B.J. Thomas has proven to be one of music's most versatile voices of all time. His pop, gospel, and country hits helped define the soundtrack of the 60s and 70s, and now the 5-time Grammy Award winner is out with a new album. It's called The Living Room Sessions, and it's to celebrate a half-century of his music.
It's kind of my first album with this label, and we just kind of were trying to reintroduce me to people that might not know me, some the younger generation, and even some of my older fans, just to kind of say hello. We're back, and they wanted to do my greatest hits and redo those things, and we've always resisted that suggestion because you just can't really recapture those masters like you did in the moment. But someone came up with the idea of doing it unplugged, acoustically, and so that sounded interesting, and that gave us an excuse to not have to look for new material. We had it already, so we did it that way. It was a lot of fun.
Cool. I want to go to a clip now of the behind-the-scenes recording sessions of your album. Let's take a look.
BJ, is that okay? Does that feel all right? Yeah, I think so.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Boy, you just don't realize what you do with me.
You try to reproduce, if we come in here and we try to reproduce any of the original masters to a T, that becomes a very difficult thing to do.
It's kind of sacrilegious. BJ's got one of those iconic voices. When you hear BJ sing "Hooked on a Feeling," that's, or "I Just Can't Help Believing," or "Raindrops," or any of those tunes. It's like the song, the lyric, the voice, and the sound are all one thing.
So how did it feel to go back in time with some of these songs?
Oh, it felt great, but of course, not that I lived back in those days mentally, but I am present with those songs a lot because I perform them, every night when I in my one-nighters and my gigs. So I do about 50, 60, 70 shows a year, and so I'm very familiar with them, and I'm just like anyone else with music. They remind me of the old times and certain people, and so I'm very familiar with them.